Dad advice is everywhere, but no one warned me about the stuff that actually matter. Not the sleepless nights, not the slow breakdown of your relationship, not the pressure to lead without ever being shown how. No one pulled me aside and said, here's what's coming. These are 5 things I've learned way too late. If you're about to become a dad or you're already deep in one, this is the advice I wish I got before it all hit. Because once you're in it, the learning curve is steep and the cost is real. Nobody told me how much sleep I will lose. They said things like, you get your sleep now, but they never said how it would go on for years. My daughters started waking up every single night around 2 and 3 in the morning. Sometimes it was a bad dream. Sometimes she just wanted to be close with me, and I just couldn't ignore it. If you care about your partner, you would get up and you handle the kids, of course. That's what I did. I wanted my partner at the time to rest after everything she went through with her body. But it wasn't just once or twice a week. It was every night, and it didn't stop after a few months. This went on until my kid was almost 4 years old, where she would wake up every single night. I started falling asleep at work. I couldn't focus. There were meetings I didn't even remember being in. Luckily, my coworkers were kind about it. They covered for me at work, but I knew I wasn't showing up the way I wanted to. At home, I was walking around like a zombie, just trying to keep it together until bedtime came around again. Sleep isn't optional. It's not something you can catch up on later. If you don't protect it, it will take everything from you. And when your energy drops, your patience drops too. And that leads into the next lesson I wish I knew. When you're tired all the time, it's not just your body that suffers, your relationship feels it too. After we had our first daughter, everything shifted. The energy changed, the priorities changed, and it makes sense, right? It wasn't just the two of us anymore. Every conversation was about the kids. Schedules, diapers, feedings, daycare, school, costs, everything that involved the kids. And when the second kid came, we went into survivor mode. We stopped talking like we used to. We stopped laughing at dumb stuff together. There was just no quality time together no more. Only logistics. And that slow disconnect, you barely notice it happening. You're still in the same house, but it starts feeling like you're running a daycare together. You become task managers, not partners. We let the relationship slide, not on purpose, but we didn't guard it either. And by the time I realized how far we drifted, it felt like we didn't even know each other anymore. That affected everything. It made parenting harder. Small arguments just felt bigger than they need to. Everything felt heavier because we lost our connection. If I could go back, I'll protect that bond. Not with big gestures, but with small, consistent effort. Even 10 minutes a day to talk, listen, and check in. Because when the relationship cracks, the pressure just hits everything else, especially when you're trying to become the kind of parent you never had. When I became a dad, I had zero examples to follow. No father growing up, no mentor, nothing I could point to and say, oh, that's how you did it. I was making it up as I went, and that messes with your head. You second guess everything. You overthink discipline. You question if you're too soft or you're too strict with the kids, and even with your partner. At first, I leaned on TV shows that I watched in the past. Then I looked at YouTube videos. Eventually, I found Jordan Peterson. And while I didn't agree with everything, a few key ideas stuck with me. Responsibility, of course, truth, raising your standards. Those gave me a place to start. But I still felt lost. I began writing down the kind of man I wanted to become. Not just for me, but for my daughters. What values do I want to live out? What do I want them to say about me when they grow up? That became my blueprint. Not what I had seen growing up, but what I wanted to become. And every day, I worked toward that. Small actions, honest conversations, owning my mistakes. Being a great parent doesn't mean knowing everything. It means deciding what kind of example you're going to be for the kids. And when life keeps piling up, the decision gets tested more than anything else. The hardest part about parenting isn't just one big thing. It's everything hitting at once, and no one else sees it. You wake up already behind. One kid's coughing, the other kid's throwing up, or she's spilling stuff all over the couch. You forget to prep lunch, you're late to a meeting, the dishes are still in the sink, there's laundries from 2 days ago, you haven't even had your coffee yet, and you already raised your voice. Now the guilt kicks in. You try to breathe, but your mind just keeps racing. How are you supposed to juggle work, bills, daycare, and still be present with your kids? How do you stay patient when you're tired and stretched thin? How do you even find a minute to think? I stood in the kitchen, lights off, hands on the counter, wondering if I am built for this, wondering how other people make it look so easy. And the truth is, most of us are struggling. We just don't talk about it. We just don't post it on social media. And the silence just makes it heavier. You carry it all alone every day. That pressure is real, but it doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you care a lot, right? That's what parenting is all about. And when you stop trying to be perfect, you finally start becoming the parent your kids actually need. I used to think I had to get everything right. If I made a mistake, I thought I failed. If I lost my temper, it felt like I was damaging my kids. I thought being a great parent meant never messing up. And that mindset, it really wore me out. It made me feel like I was never enough. Every night, I replayed the day in my head. Did I snap too quickly? Did I miss something important? Was I too distracted? That pressure didn't make me feel better. It made me more anxious. It made me become more distant. Then one day, my daughter looked at me after I apologized and she said, "It's okay, Daddy. I still love you." Come on, that moment just hits me hard. She didn't need me to be perfect. She just needed presence. She needed to see me put in effort. She just needed me to be honest with her. That changed how I see fatherhood. Now I lead with presence, not pressure. I focus on showing up, even when I fall short. And I let her see my own mistakes, because that's how she learns to do the same. You don't have to be a perfect parent. You just have to be real and consistent. That's what builds trust. That's what creates safety. That's what sticks. If you're still here, still showing up, you're already on the right path. If any of that hit you, good. It means you're not numb. It means you deeply care. These lessons didn't come from a book. They came from countless mistakes that I have made, from real nights, endless crazy nights. You might be in that storm right now, trying to keep your family steady while you're running on empty. But here's what matters. You're showing up, you're learning, you're leading even when it's hard. And no one truly understands what you're going through with your personal experience, but what matters is how you respond when you get it wrong. If you keep building, keep growing, you look back and see that everything you thought was breaking you was really shaping you. Not into someone perfect, but into someone your kids can count on. That's what they'll remember. Not the mess, not the pressure, just you. Being there, trying, that's enough. And if you keep moving forward, it's only going to get better. You don't need a perfect plan to be a great parent. You just need the courage to keep showing up. Check out this next video right here to keep winning in life without feeling alone and lost. Thank you.